as we all are aware, people are purchasing more and more online, specifically as far as the growth curves are concerned in South Africa and Africa as a whole. There's been quite a nice pickup of people being more comfortable to transact using digital tools. And the focus, certainly from a business point of view and from a marketing point of view, has been on the e-commerce space. But this word m-commerce has been sort of thrown around a lot these days as well. And certainly, I mean, for good reason. Mobile is so pervasive across Africa, even more so, exponentially more so than any sort of desktop devices. So it sort of makes sense that mobile commerce would sort of feature on the radar of marketers and retailers and business people as a whole. But there's a bit of a caveat there, and that is certainly that I think people are trying to copy what has been done within the online space and transfer that directly to your mobile devices. So I think the word mobile commerce is probably relevant for the next 3-4 years, and we'll start seeing the M disappear and we'll just focus on commerce as a whole. And the reason for that is that the internet is becoming pervasive. It's not only going to be on your mobile device, it's going to be basically on any object that you can find around you. So suddenly your ability to transact isn't only limited to what's in your hand. Certainly for now it's there, but might at some stage even be to what's on your TV or what's on even on your refrigerator at some stage. So suddenly commerce through digital technology is just commerce as opposed to device specific. There's a bit of a thinking around or opinion out there that smartphones are going to take over feature phones, but that's the wrong type of thinking. What's happening is, yes, certainly there's a lot more smartphones coming into the market, but those feature phones aren't disappearing. Certainly for sort of middle income, sort of first world sort of country, the feature phones typically get put into a drawer and just being thrown away. But not within the majority of the African market. That feature phone gets passed on to another individual to start using. So the majority of people still use feature phones. What people are getting better at, and specifically as people start, and developers and people that work on the technology side of things get better at, is creating little applications for feature phones as well. And we've seen examples of that in Kenya, in Nigeria, and South Africa as well. That's becoming better and better. Mixit is a fantastic example of how they've grown they started off as a feature phone little application versus being smartphone. They've recently transferred to a smartphone, but the bulk of the user base still uses feature phones. So it's going to be a case of both are relevant. It's already big. People transact using their mobile devices to buy airtime, to transfer money, to bank using their mobile devices. That is very pervasive. So there's already a transaction process happening. But there is a question around the actual purchase of physical goods, so like shoes or clothes through mobile devices, which is very, very low at this stage. So when we talk about mobile devices, I'm thinking about specifically cell phones. Tablets, on the other hand, people are more comfortable to purchase those tangible goods. But there's a fundamental problem with how people purchase on their mobile devices. And the problem isn't the customer's fault, it is the retailers and the online shoppers' fault, not the shoppers, the online shops' fault. Because again, like I said before, they're trying to copy what they've done in the online space to the mobile space. And it just isn't intuitive and easy enough for people to want to do that. So there actually has to be a complete rethink of how you purchase goods on your mobile device. And it can't just be a copy and paste scenario.